Hi everyone. I'm just doing this video to let you guys know that I haven't forgotten about you guys about doing my shadow work video. Um, since the last time we talked about my awakening and conditioning, and I ended with a little bit about digging into shadow work, which is people can look at shadow work as a bad thing, but really shadow work is a good thing because there could be things inside of you that you are in denial of, that you reject, or there are things that people do not want to accept about you, and they reject. And because they reject it, you reject it because maybe you want their approval. Um, but the reason why I wanted to talk about shadow work is just because it's really opened my eyes about how I view relationships, not just romantic relationships, but relationships in general with people. Um, it's opened my eyes to some of the illusions that I've had about what relationships mean, especially when you understand your purpose here on, on this planet, on planet Earth. um, when you realize that you are a soul, you are, this skin, this outward look you have is a garment. As they would say in Kabbalah, this is your clothes in a garment. But when you when you realize that basically everything in this world is, well, you hear people say it's a dream, like you make up your own reality, but it's a dream. It's true. Like everything that I have believed in, one, my mind. I created it. Two, people created it around me. Like there was a system in place for me um, to walk in, to believe. Um, and sometimes, I'm going to say it, sometimes the systems that we've been conditioned to believe actually come from people who understand this higher power, understand consciousness, that understand that you're one with the universe, one with the divine, made in his image. People who understand that, and they take that and they abuse it. Um, so they create this whole system. They create this whole, what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, it's control, a controlled, conditioned lifestyle. But what happens is there are people who end up wakening up. Like they find glitches, and one of the ways that people find glitches in the system, find glitches that they're being controlled, is when they do shadow work. And you have to essentially fall in love, excuse me, essentially have to fall in love with the good side of you that everybody wants, that everybody adores, and fall in love with the side that everybody rejects. Because the truth of the matter is your truest self, your most authentic self, is most likely found in the shadow self. Whereas the side that everybody accepts is the development of what has been conditioned for you to believe and what everybody else has chosen to believe. So that's just a snippet. That doesn't make any sense. That is just a piece of what I'm going to be digging into from a personal experience, and it's very live and very active in how I see other individuals, other souls. It's very active in how I start paying attention to my intuition regarding other people. It's very active in how I think mentally. Man, talk about mentally, a lot of blockages that I have inside my head that are illusions that I create. I think my neighbors are spying on me, but who cares? um, yeah, so that was like the biggest thing doing the shadow work, is just realizing how much of a mental block that I had. Dealing with things like rejection and abandonment and stuff, and just realizing like just how much the universe, God, the divine has played a huge part in really protecting me. Whereas in my mind, it comes across as rejection, rejection after rejection after rejection. But if what it is that, guys, I'm just protected, and that's just what it is, hands down. I've got glory behind me, protecting me in the most divine way. But the only reason why I recognize that, though, is through my awakening and through the shadow work. Otherwise, I would be locked into this martyrdom, victim mode of everybody's always pushing me away. Yeah, I run to them and I want to give them love or whatever I think love is, and they push me away. I feel rejected, and that's very, very real. And I'm making light of it now because I just don't want to go deep into it. But if it resonates with you, leave a message. If it resonates with you, share with me your example or your scenario situation of how going through shadow work has kind of opened your eyes of how you view people, how you view love, how you view relationships, how you view yourself. Biggest thing was viewing myself, how much I love myself, not being based on other people, not being based on this world, not being based on conditions. So, and this is my backyard. I really, really love it. But I'm going to go inside now because I'm getting eaten by mosquitoes. But yeah, so I will be back with you guys with shadow work and relationships, and not just romantic relationships, but relationships with family and friends and church people and everybody of all walks of life. But the key thing is, it is love. It is love. Love from love from God, love from within, and that's really how you get your foot in the door with shadow work, is first being able to love yourself. You're worthy of that, and doing the shadow work is worth it when you realize that you're worthy of love, being loved, showing love, giving love, receiving love. So, all right, I am out. I will talk to you soon.